Chief's convenience. If you can't find what you want, let us know and we'll get it.
Welcome everybody. It's a very great day today, I must say. Welcome Minister Yana Lafreniere and all of you here today for this exciting announcement. Many of you know that we've been working on this Cultural Center Museum Theater project now since about 2016. It's been a long time in the works. You know, we've gone through some hurdles and feasibility studies and different things to get to this juncture. And recently the council approved the budget. It's approximately $56 million for a project of this size. We all know because of inflation and cost of or increase in costs after COVID, you know, it put an extremely high price tag, and we just want to thank all of our contributors to this point for our fundraising effort. Within our capital campaign, to which I'm the chairperson, we set a fundraising goal of 16 million, but we do know that outside of that, we definitely depend on external funding, especially from our government partners, I'll say, within this. And so I'm very happy today to welcome Minister Yana Lafreniere to make an announcement for a contribution on behalf of the Quebec government.
I was invited, I think it was just a few months ago, to a fundraiser with Grand Chief. And at that moment, I made the promise that I'll come back and we'll be partners. Let's be honest, it was tough, but we made it. We made it, and I know this is a very important project for the community, but a very important project for the Grand Chief herself. So that's why I said, enfin in French. We've been looking for that moment for such a long time, and we made it. The center that we're announcing today is a great example of collaboration, a good step forward. Believe me, it's not over. This is one step that we're doing together. We already said that we need to do more, but I'm very confident that baby steps and steps like today will provide, you know, hope for people that we can work together. Again, I'm very excited about the creation of this center, and I cannot wait for to come back for the grand opening. Let's hope it's going to be soon. I want to thank the Mohawk Council, Kahnawake, the federal government, and all the sponsors that have been working extremely hard for this to happen. Yeah, thank you so much.
I know that the relationships between the organizations is what really held this project together. It is the core and the heart of this project. So we have Kahnawake Tourism, we have the Turtle Island Theater Company, and we also have, of course, the Kanien'kehá Raotitióhkwa Cultural Center, which has needed a home for multiple years. And as a graduate from the 2-year Kanien'kehá language immersion program, I was in their old building as a student and definitely witnessed the squirrels and the weird smells from the water and everything that was happening in that building. And I know that the cultural center moved into that building when it was already condemned, and they didn't have a home. And now coming out of that as a graduate and being involved with the cultural center and now being involved at this level, for me, it's like almost a relief to see that this building is happening, that this dream that these women, mostly women, have held together for so long is coming real, is becoming a reality for us, for our community. And not only is it a home for these 3 organizations, but it's also a home for the community.
But we decided to go with the site that we are going to be building on just prior to the Kahnawake Survival School. And some of you have not seen before, so I'll just share this little piece of information, that the actual location where we're going to be putting the multi-purpose building is the site that was chosen in the early 80s from the Cultural Center and the founding group of women who started the Cultural Center. One of them is actually the grandmother of my oldest daughter. She's one of the ones that started the Cultural Center. And so that was the site that they chose, and there's actually a foundation there from the early 80s where we had made our first attempt to build a new building. But we ran out of money and things didn't work out, so here we now are in 2023, 45-ish years later, and now we're finally going to have to see the reality of the new building. So what we're doing, we're looking at breaking ground in mid-fall. Yeah, and then we're going to be doing the foundation late fall. we want to do it before November.
Okay. I didn't do the math before I got here, but if I had to calculate in my head, I definitely know that we're more than halfway there. Because like I said, our target is 56 million. So in terms of putting everything together, like I said, I'll definitely have the numbers available in terms of where we're at specifically and how much more we need to strive for. But I know the capital campaign hasn't even gone public. We're still in the private phase. So, it's just been soliciting donations, but we haven't even gone to the community. We haven't done community events. We want the community to really rile around this and get behind it, because it's ultimately, like we said, the legacy project for our next 7 generations to bring back and strengthen Onkwawén and Kanien'kehá, which is our language and culture. No, at this point, because that's what we've contracted Planet for, to have that fundraising threshold at that level, and all of the cabinet members, we know that is our target. So at this point, we could go above it. Who's to say that once we reach the 16 that we cannot receive more? But in terms of what their objective and deliverable is, it's going to remain at 16. Halfway. So I would say around 9. Yeah.
And we need to remember too, because we were waiting for the different designs in that, so that had an impact on Planet's capabilities, to without having proper drawings. And then the public stage will be, as Kahsennenhawe had said, it will be later on. And I believe the way they had worked it was for the capital campaign for the 16 million. I think 14 were private, $14 million was private, and they earmarked 2 million towards the public, towards the community.
Like we mentioned a bit earlier, we're partners in that. And first time I met Grand Chief about it, the numbers were quite different. But again, it's normal with COVID, everything has been increasing. So this is the reason why we took a little bit of time. Sorry for that. But we came out with 11 million now, so we'll see what goes. We're partners in this. And extremely happy because, as Grand Chief said, it's important for this community, but it's important for the whole region. It's going to be a tourist attract. It's going to be very positive, and it's going to be helpful for people to know better about Mohawk culture, Mohawk history, because there's a lack of knowledge. So we're partners in that. We'll see what goes.